What's going on, everybody? My name is Japes and welcome to the FUT Show. Before we get started, if you guys are looking to purchase FIFA Ultimate Team coins, make sure to check out FIFA UT Coin Store. They're quick and reliable. Their links will be in the description down below. So this week's Team of the Week features 7 different Brazilians. Now, you guys might be thinking 7, that is essentially over, well, almost half of the Team of the Week, and that's exactly what my thoughts were. But we'll start with the one that is in goal. The Brazilian that is in goal probably will be the most sought-after Brazilian goalkeeper, at least after this week. That'll be Diego Alves, which means he's going to be quite pricey. Now, the 90 diving, 90 reflexes obviously are going to help on those crosses, on those corners. I don't know how they're going to work out on finesse shots because his positioning isn't exactly stellar. And especially when you've got cheap options like Helton and Julio Cesar, I'm really not quite sure where Diego Alves' price will fall, especially with all the Brazilians in Team of the Week, because people with Brazilian teams will be after all of the different ones as well, especially like the center back in this week's Team of the Week, Miranda. Miranda looks to be a phenomenal card. 83 defending, 85 heading, 77 pace. Are you kidding me? Slap an anchor card on him and increase those stats each by 2. You have yourself say bye-bye, David Luiz. There's a new sheriff in town. So Miranda looks to be a phenomenal player. I expect to be quite pricey, especially seeing as how he is a rare this year. Over to his right, we've got Marquinhos, who plays for, of course, PSG. Part of the reason that Sacco left and went on over to Liverpool. Marquinhos is going to be kind of pricey as well. Not so much, though. Well, because of his link with Thiago Silva, that's going to boost up his price. But because he's a non-rare, there should be quite a few of them out there on the market. I try to hold off purchasing one as long as possible because as the more packs are opened over this week, his price is just going to keep on going down. The third center back will probably be the most expensive silver center back in Ultimate Team this year. Do I want to make that claim? Yeah, I'm going to make that claim. At least for right now, I think he's going to be the most expensive silver center back in Ultimate Team, possibly for the whole year, until maybe Team of the Seasons come out way at the end. But the reason for this being is it is Mr. Calker that you guys are seeing on the screen. He's got good pace, he's got gold defending and heading stats, and he's a 74 rated. If he gets another in form, he's going to be a gold. He's also English and plays in the BPL. Two teams that people love to make. So I think that he is going to be ridiculously pricey. If you have the patience and you get one in a pack and you don't need the coins, put him in your back pocket and save him for a rainy day. All right, that moves us on to the big man, the Incredible Hulk. Might not be green in his Team of the Week card, but he still looks to be ridiculous. He's been amazing for me as a regular rare card, and I expect to try to pick up his Team of the Week ASAP. He probably has the potential to be this week's most expensive Team of the Week card, barring where Lewandowski falls, which could be interesting. I'm not quite sure on that one, but we'll get into that a little bit later. If you have a Russian League team, if you have a Brazilian team, Hulk is going to be a guy on your radar. Those well-rounded stats just look oh so very tasty. That moves us on to Mathieu Valbuena, the Olympic Marseille attacking mid. He's like a real short guy. So if you're going to be playing a 4-2-3-1, you can put him on the wing really easy, or you can play him in the middle. I've heard people really like him as a kind of number 10 playmaker for their team. He is probably not going to be expensive because his regular card is non-rare. So I'd be looking to pick him up for maybe less than 20,000 coins because the League One isn't really chock full of midfielders. You've got the inform Matuidi and you've got João Moutinho, and now you're going to have Valbuena. So he'll be in the top 3 midfield, most desirable central midfield options for the French Ligue 1, as well as French teams for that matter. But we're moving over a little bit more to the left. We've got Pandev, who has quite a position change. His default center as a striker, he's moving all the way back to his attacking mid spot, which is where I think he's better. That center forward attacking mid spot for Napoli. Had a fantastic match over the weekend. Not so stellar versus Arsenal yesterday, so hats off to the Gunners and my man Mesut Özil for a fantastic performance in the Champions League, but Pandev probably will be somewhere around discard value. That's where his regular inform or his regular card goes for right now. I'd be expecting much of the same for his inform. Same with Ivan Rakitic, but I think Ivan Rakitic's inform card is going to be next level good. So I'm excited about picking him up. He'll slot right into my Liga BBVA side, play him as a center mid in a 4-3-3, holding mid in a 4-2-3-1. Now, why holding mid? His defense is terrible, but his long shots should be amazing. He's really not that pacey, so getting up and down the line is not something that I'll be interested in, though he falls perfectly. If you're playing a 4-4-2, he's probably just an amazing all-around center mid, and has wonderful free kicks as well, I believe. Don't quote me on that. But that brings us up to our strikers, or our attacking players, and it's the big man. Once nicknamed by another YouTuber, I believe is the Steam Train, Romelu Lukaku, and Chelsea's thinking, why is he getting informs on loan for Everton? He should be getting them here with us. Stamford Bridge, we have striker issues, kind of. Well, they're just not a well-oiled machine yet. It still could happen. But Romelu Lukaku, fantastic performance for Everton, looks really, really good. I expect this to be a pricey inform, even though he doesn't have outrageous stats. It'll be interesting to see his in-game stats if they boost up his strength, his heading, things of that nature, that really, really make him a cross-happy striker for BPL and Belgian sides. But the big man, the highest-rated player this week's team of the week is Robert Lewandowski, the hopefully soon-to-be Bayern man as of next year. Had, I think, 2 goals and 2 assists, including a wonderful chip for Dortmund over the weekend in I think it was a 5-0 rout, and that's earned him an inform. So he's going to be linking up with inform Royce, inform Aubameyang. You could have a full inform Dortmund attack already at this point in the season. So if you guys have that team, tweet it to me. Let me check it out and let me know what you think about playing with it. Well, you'll have to wait a few days, but then tweet it to me and let me know. As Robert Lewandowski looks to be phenomenal. I personally can't score with his regular card, but everybody else seems to be dropping the 2 letters O and P when it comes to the Polish striker. The third man, Pelé, discard price. That's really all I'm going to say. His shot is probably going to be pretty good, but his pace is nothing close to desirable, which means he's just not going to be going for much at all. Now we are on to the bench. The first player on the bench, another Brazilian, the legend that is Dida. Now I don't think he's going to be going for much at all. He doesn't have outrageous keeper stats, but seeing as how he's a bit of a legend, I'm sure that there are going to be people that want to chuck him into their team and have some fun with the once legendary Brazilian keeper. That moves us on to Cedric, right back, Portugal, silver. If you're building a silver Portuguese team, which actually looks to be pretty good this year, he's probably going to be the guy that you want to pick up. Same thing for a silver Portuguese league team. The young talent from Sporting, I believe, looks to be a very, very good player. The left-sided player, Celtic man, Mr. Samaras the Greek. He's probably going to be a decent left wing if you're building an SPL side. He probably will also be quite expensive because I know there are a lot of Celtic fans that play Ultimate Team and they always want to have those Celtic players. So if you pick him up, maybe you want to sit on him because he could be quite rare and his price could go up. Again, another 74 rated silver. So if he gets another informed, chances are he's going to be moving on up to gold. That moves us on to Ibrahima Traore, who on the screen I actually think that he's right-footed. He's usually a left mid. He's going to be playing a right mid in this week's team of the week. The Stuttgart man had a pretty strong performance, and he's got really nice pace, and he actually feels really good on the ball with his regular card. So I actually think that he's going to be that next best option. It's unfortunate that he wasn't on the left side for this match, because the Bundesliga could use a few more left-wing options. Oh, well, what can you do? The next Brazilian, though, that we've got is Alan. I believe he scored 4 goals over the weekend in the Austrian Bundesliga, earning him a spot in this week's team of the week. The third player is going to be Gilberto Souza, I think is what he goes by. He's not going to go for a lot. Even though he's an informed Brasilver, he just doesn't have the stats that people are going to be looking for. And the final player that we have in this week's Team of the Week, Mr. Daly, plays for none other than Rangers. Could they put a Celtic player in without doing a Rangers player? I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. But that moves us on to the next portion of the show. It is time for this week's Player of the Week. This week's player of the week is one that many of you guys are going to be quite familiar with. If you tune into my Path to Power, that is going to be Mr. Quintero from FC Porto, the young Colombian attacking midfielder. I've played the Hunter card on him, so he gets +3 in pace and +3 in shooting, which gives him close to those 80 stats. But you're going to see a few goals on the screen behind me. Just a phenomenal little playmaker. Now, I didn't go for loads of finesse shots with him because after last week and Alexis Sanchez, I was like, we'll take a step away from finesse shots. We'll see if we can score some goals from a few other positions. He's got fantastic shooting. His free kicks, I think he's 83, 87, 84 in terms of power, accuracy, curves. So those are very, very nice free kick stats. You're going to be looking to pick him up for somewhere around, I can't believe it, 400 total coins, which is just absolutely nothing. He gets perfect links with Jackson Martinez, who's one of the better cheap strikers in this year's Ultimate Team. So I've kind of been pumping this guy a lot lately, but I really, really enjoy playing with him. You're going to see this team that I've been using him in on the screen. A 4-2-3-1 Bundesliga, Liga Portuguesa hybrid side. We've got Jackson Martinez, Quintero, Markovic. We've got Gutsa on the right attacking mid spot. My two holding mids are going to be Lucho Gonzalez from Porto and Bastian Schweinsteiger from Bayern. Across the back, we're going to be looking at Alex Sandro, Mangala, Hummels, Lahm, and of course Neuer in net to round out a very, very enjoyable team to use. Anyways, guys, we are closing out this episode of the FUT Show. If you did enjoy it, a like or thumbs up is always greatly appreciated. Other than that, I'll be back with Path to Power tomorrow. Make sure to tweet me your thoughts on the Bayern City match that's going to be happening today. My name is Japes, and I will catch you all next time.